Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love reacting to Death Note.
Yes, and we are doing episodes 17 and 18 today.
Yeah, and you can get our full uncut reactions and early ad-free access. Get a month ahead and see every moment over on our Patreon. Links in the description of the video. Also have early access here right on YouTube. Still get a month ahead. You won't see the full uncut reactions. Won't be ad-free, but you still get a month ahead. And hit the join button if you want to do that. Either way, you're here with us today, and thank you so much for joining us. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's see if Light's gamble pays off.
It was quite the gamble.
I mean, they still have all the evidence for what's her face, Misa or whatever. So even if she doesn't remember it, like, they still have evidence that ties her to it. So
Yeah,
I don't know how she gets out of it. And if she dies, then
because Rem will get him.
You will continue to kill criminals whose names are broadcast. Outside of that, you're free to use the Death Note however you wish. That's the only condition. If everything happens as Light Yagami planned, this should help save Misa.
who are you? Who'd they give it to?
Mr. Yagami, are you all right?
50 days in prison,
There's no
damn.
reason.
It's been over a month since Kira started killing criminals again. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all the proof I need to be sure that my son isn't Kira.
Wow, the chief can be pretty stubborn.
Light, how are you feeling right now?
Ryuzaki, I know that in the time I've been in prison, no new criminals have died.
The reason criminals have stopped dying is because you are Kira.
No, I'm not Kira. How many times do I have to say it?
I don't care if he is a suspect. Light still has a right to know that criminals are being killed again.
Amani, are you okay? Is that supposed to be funny?
You have 50 days like this?
To look after being tied up again.
Ryuzaki, you have no reason to keep Light locked up anymore. Do the right thing and let him go. Then we can get the chief out too.
All we really know at this point is that Amani harbors an unnaturally strong devotion for Light Yagami.
From where I'm standing, it's starting to look like you're only doing this because you don't want to admit that you were wrong about Light.
Yes, I figured you'd say that.
Which is why you're
You know
Kira.
that Kira killed Lind El. Kira doesn't kill without good reason. I've heard you say so yourself on more than one occasion.
If he was able to kill under these circumstances, then he wouldn't have been concerned about those FBI agents in the first place.
It's time to start looking for the real Kira.
Fine, you convinced me. Yeah, stop eating.
Yes, I understand. Mr. Yagami,
Yes, what is it?
would you be willing to come to headquarters just once?
All right, I'll come.
Exorcist music.
He's blowing his mind.
Yeah.
Honestly, all this time I never pictured you as an old man, Mr. Stalker.
I am not your stalker. I'm a detective with the NPA.
What? I remember now. No, you're a stalker. There's no way the police would blindfold me and tie me up all fetishy like that.
Wants to see if they know each other.
Yeah.
Missed you so much,
Dad, tell me, what's all this about?
Well, yeah, we do.
Let's go. Get in the car.
I was starting to think I'd never get out of there, but it feels good to finally be cleared.
I am afraid you two are being taken to your execution.
Oh,
I wanted it was secretly built in an underground facility not far from here.
what is this bluff?
He is convinced that the only way we can prevent the murders is to execute the two of you.
I don't understand. The killings have already stopped.
No, they never stopped.
That's not what he told me, so he was lying?
Elle was trying to get a confession out of you, Light. UCL's suggestion that the killings would stop if you two were eliminated was unanimously accepted by top officials in the UN and the Japanese government. No trial, no publicity.
But that's completely insane. Please, Dad, I'm not Kira.
Right. What kind of a father are you anyway?
Over the years, he's tackled the most difficult cases, solving all of them. He's never been wrong.
You trust Elle more than you trust me, your own son?
If the killings don't stop, then he too will be executed.
Oh,
What could he be thinking?
damn.
I know that
Is this all true? It's like,
the only
is this
logical solution.
not a bluff?
But
Gotta be.
how could the L I know would rely on hard evidence? He has to have the truth.
Looks like there's nobody around to see us out here. I decided it would be better for us if I brought you here instead of the execution site. Listen to me. I'm going to kill you here and then kill myself.
Oh,
What? What are you talking about, Dad?
If you want to die so bad, why don't you kill yourself? If you do this, you're no different than Kira.
I am nothing like Kira.
Think about it. If we die here, the truth will never be revealed. Please, Dad, you have to let us
It's
escape.
too late. You will be executed. At least with this,
by my
I'll
hand.
be the one to do it.
Is this a dream?
I know, what?
If I die here, Kidda wins.
I'm going to die here with my son, but I have no reason to kill you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before the police locate this car. Then they'll transport you to the original site and execute you there. Light, my son. From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
Oh shit!
No, stop it!
If you create the eye power of a god of death, you will lose the eye power as well as the member of the Death Note once you lose its ownership. Half your life will not be. Subletting it to yet another person is possible too. Okay.
You used a blank.
Big bluff.
Goodness.
Thank goodness.
Please forgive me, you two. I know that was hard on you, but it was the only way I could get you out of prison. I only agreed to do this because I believe in your innocence, Light. I did exactly as you said, and as you can see, I'm still alive.
Yes, it was a convincing performance. If Amane were the second Kira, who only needs to see a person's face to kill them, there is no doubt she would have killed you before you had the chance to fire your weapon. With Light in particular, I cannot rule out the possibility that he may have seen through our act at some point. However, as we agreed, I will end their confinement immediately. Amane will remain under surveillance until Kira is apprehended.
Hey, no fair! You still suspect me?
If I were you, I wouldn't complain. You get to go back to your normal life. Think of it as complimentary police protection.
Oh, I get it.
As for your part in this agreement, Light, you and I will be together 24/7.
Huh.
And that's how we'll remain until we've brought Kira to justice.
Nice.
We'll catch Kidda. Together.
Yes, I look forward to working with you.
Are you sure this is necessary, Ryuzaki?
This is as
Yes.
difficult for me as it is for you.
So is this what you meant by being together 24 hours a day with him? Looking at you, I never would have guessed.
Okay.
But Light belongs to me. I don't want to share him with you. If you're with
Well, too
him
bad.
24/7, then how are we supposed to go on dates together? Are you telling me we have to kiss in front of you and stuff?
I'm not telling you to do anything, but yes, I suppose I would be watching.
That's gross. You really are a pervert.
Please make Misa stop talking now.
Yes, please.
Listen, the police have already established that it was you who sent those tapes, so you're lucky to even be here right now.
In case you forgot, I'm your girlfriend. Don't you trust your own soulmate?
We're not soulmates.
You're the one who said you fell in love with me at first sight, Misa.
So why would you kiss me if you didn't have feelings for me?
Get you to shut up.
About this love at first sight, it happened in Aoyama on May 22nd, didn't it? Why did you choose that day to go to Aoyama? And
I just happened to go there. I don't know why. I don't remember how I felt, and I don't even know what I was wearing.
you were in love with some guy and that his name was Light.
Yes.
And yet you yourself have no idea how you came to know his name.
Yeah, so what?
So that sounds crazy.
How would I feel if Light was Kira?
That's right.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. I mean, I've always been grateful to Kira for punishing the man who murdered my parents. So if I found out that Light was actually Kira, that would be like a bonus for more. Even though
This isn't helping your case.
he wouldn't be scary at all. I'm a supporter of Kira, so if I found out my Light was actually him, I think of how I could be helpful.
Well, Misa, based on what you just told me, there can be no mistake that you are the second Kira. But you've made it so painfully obvious that I don't really want to believe it.
Whatever, it's not believable because I'm not the second Kira, okay?
When you do go out, if needed, you'll be able to contact us using this room's extension. Mr. Matsuda will be accompanying you as your new manager.
This old guy's my manager? Oh, you can't be serious.
Old guy?
Would you cut it out with all this dating, kissing, and Misa talk already?
Whoa.
This is the Kira investigation. Stop messing around! Misa Amane, it's time for you to go to your room.
Yes.
Out you go.
Because you're annoying.
So, Light, are you serious about her?
No way. Like I told you earlier, it's completely one-sided.
Then could you at least pretend to be serious for the sake of the investigation?
You want me to become intimate with her to gather information about the second Kira?
Yes, I think you could do it without arousing her suspicions.
Tough to get intimate with her when
I agreed to release
you're right there.
Me, I can't manipulate a woman's feelings like that. To me, exploiting another person's feelings for personal gain is unforgivable, and I won't allow myself to stoop that low.
There's something wrong with this picture. It's as if he's a different person.
Yes.
If this is genuine, it not only implies that Amane was being controlled by Kira, but Light Yagami too.
Do you think we could come up with some kind of alternative to this system of moving from hotel to hotel every few days?
No.
Yes. In fact, I had that very same thought some time ago, and so I arranged for a facility to be built. 23 floors above ground and 2 below. Although it's impossible to see it from the outside, there are 2 helicopters hidden on the roof.
What? That's amazing.
You had this place built?
In like a few days?
To go to such lengths.
Hold on a second. Where did you find the finances to build this thing?
Yeah.
As you can see, it is my intention to solve this case no matter what it takes. That's how it is.
I'm sorry, but how is that an answer?
No, he's right. I will never forgive Kira for putting my dad and I through this. I want to solve this no matter what it takes.
If you're serious about that, you should try to get close to Misa and find out about the second...
I can't. That goes against my principles.
Right, you said that.
Ryuzaki, Chief Yagami, Light, let's get out of here and bring Kira to justice.
Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice you missed my name.
Aw.
Well, this looks like all of us. Let's get started, shall we? We're all here to further the growth of the Yotsuba group by reducing competition. So the question is, who is going to die?
This may be irrelevant, but I have to wonder what prompted Kira to start killing business people in addition to the usual criminals and such.
This is the most advantageous course of action for
He's basically started a killing service, Higuchi.
You have a lot to say considering how stupid you are. I'd hate to see you killed because of it.
All of us are now frontrunners to become Yotsuba's next CEO. Not to mention, our salaries have virtually eclipsed those of the other employees in the company.
No matter how you look at it, one of the people in this room has to be Kira.
So, back to business. Does anyone have a proposal? Who should we have Kira eliminate this week, gentlemen?
Human beings are truly disgusting creatures.
Yeah, Rem, I'm with you on that sometimes. At the same time, the remaining half of your life will not be restored.
Okay, so she still only has half her life, but she already had like an abnormally long life because of that one Shinigami.
Yes.
If you have traded the eye power of a god of death, you will lose the eye power as well as memory of the Death Note once you lose its ownership. Okay. And then this one, you may lend the Death Note to another person while maintaining its ownership. Subletting it to yet another person is possible too.
So lending it is temporarily giving it to someone for free. Subletting it is essentially like when you sublet an apartment, somebody else comes in and they take over your rent. So is that saying like you can like essentially rent it to someone?
Yeah, I think so. So that makes me think, I mean, because I'm trying to figure out how Light was doing everything. I mean, Misa gave up her Death Note.
Mm-hmm.
So she forgot everything.
She gave hers up to Light.
Yeah.
And then Light gave his up.
Well, then Light gave that one to
Rem.
Rem.
Yeah.
And then he hid his Death Note. He hid his Death Note, right? And then he's just like, okay, hey, when I tell you to go grab it, grab it. And then
he told her to.
Yeah.
He said the code word. Because he was in the jail cell when he tells...
Yeah, okay, so
I hereby relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
So he did relinquish ownership of it.
Mm-hmm.
Take care.
The second one. Misa's. But then he says something happens here, like, even though I gave up ownership of it.
Just as I thought, as long as I still have Ryuk's notebook, even though I gave up Rem's, all awareness I have of Rem still remains. Rem, the only
Okay, so even though since he has Ryuk's, he still has memory of Rem.
I never thought the Death Note I gave you would end up buried and abandoned. Listen, Ryuk. For the time being, I'm just hiding it, but it stays mine. Until the next time you hear me say the following words, regardless of the context, assume that I want to relinquish ownership of this Death Note.
So he relinquished ownership of the Death Note too, though. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see, like, was there a loophole there where he was like, I know he hid it, and he's like, when I say get rid of it, I thought he relinquished ownership of it, but then when they talked about the whole, like, you can sublet it, shit, and, like, you can lend it to somebody while still maintaining ownership of it, I thought that's what he was doing. So right now, Light really doesn't know anything about Kira or what's going on. Like, I mean, so I don't know how he gets, yeah, so there basically is no more Kira, and there's just what Rem is doing now.
I think so. Is there anything else to the scene with Ryuk? Because I know we stopped it after that, but I just want to make sure that was the last little bit. Yeah, okay. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't something in there that like Ryuk comes back with, you know.
Yeah.
And with relinquishing Ryuk's notebook, I would assume that with that he loses all memory of Rem's. Like I think the reason he had the memory of Rem's notebook when he had Ryuk's was because he had possession of both at the same time.
Yeah.
There was a connection between the two while they were working together. But without Ryuk's, there goes the memory of Rem's as well. So he is really in the dark, which of course makes it interesting because as Elle is saying, like, wait, he's acting genuinely surprised. It's like he's a different person. Suddenly he has a moral compass. Like, what is going on here? But I also believe that at some point he's going to get the notebook back. And I don't know how that's going to happen because if he's relinquished control of it and if Ryuk has then gone out and dropped it somewhere or passed it on to someone else, I mean, then he's going to have to hope that they give it back or I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. I was like, I would think Light wouldn't do this unless he wanted to get the Death Note back to like make his perfect world. Unless like he was just like, okay, well, screw it. I'd rather just be alive. And like, I've already made the world a better place. So like, let me try to just get out of this. It was interesting though, the fact that Light said that he would not manipulate someone's feelings and kind of like what Elle said, it's like, this sounds like a completely different person. And as we saw before, Light was totally okay manipulating her for his own gain, for his own personal gain. And that was like, had nothing to do with us. He had no moral compass anymore. And just all the people that like, yeah. And so it really does make you think that once you start using the Death Note, it's like, in addition to, maybe it's like every time you use the Death Note, like the more you kill people, the more you lose more and more of your own.
You can finish your thought. No, it made me think of something, but finish your thought.
Okay. The more and more you lose your morals, which I mean, makes sense that if you keep killing people, you're gonna it's gonna have to have some kind of psychological effect on you.
So I can't remember if I actually said this in a prior discussion or if I just thought of it at one point and was like, I should bring that up. I do wonder if the Death Note is sort of like the Ring of Power, where like it's gonna corrupt you if it's in your possession and whatnot, because Light's no hobbit, so he will not be immune. But then I was just curious as you were saying that, I was like, did we ever meet Light without the notebook?
You brought this up last time.
I did. Okay. Yeah. So that wasn't just like in my brain. It's something I should say. I actually said it.
You brought this up last time. We only had met him like for like a very brief moment, like because he gets it like in the first episode and we meet him and then he kind of like, it's a quick downward spiral. And I think, yeah. We talked about this last time.
So at least from seeing this episode then, because I won't rehash all that, but what I will say is like from seeing this episode, I feel so much more sympathy for the dad. Yeah. Because like before, with what we knew of Al, I was like, oh, this is just a dad not wanting to believe that his son is capable of it. And he could blame a parent for that, of course, naturally. But like this Light, if this is the Light that he knows. Exactly. And oh my God, they are two totally different people.
All right, so we're going on to the next episode.
Yeah.
Let's do it. But I will say, Elle has to have that takes some tremendous amount of confidence in yourself and to be able to do everything that Elle has done, like all these precautions and everything like that. And I think it shows like his respect for Kira's intelligence and just being like, no, like, and if he has respect for Kira's intelligence and like he thinks it's Light and he has respect for Light's intelligence, like I can kind of see why he's taking all these precautions. But at the same time, I mean, 50 days in there to go through all this stuff and execution thing, and then still be like 24/7, you're gonna be with me until we catch this motherfucker. Like, that's crazy.
Yep. You know what else would I realize in the opening? When the Elle and Light were having like their face-offs on either building, how much Elle's physicality mirrored Ryuk's. Like the sort of like hunched over, the sort of like arms. Oh, yeah. And I was just like, I don't think I'd realized that before, but that just, I don't know. It's not a normal sort of position to hold your body in. So I don't know if there's anything to that, but I'm just going to shout it out because I noticed it. Yeah, I was thinking the last episode, I was like, even if you weren't Light, like for any kid to be like, yeah, we can be handcuffed together 24/7. Yeah. And for any parent to be like, yeah, that's totally cool if you want to do that with my kid. Like, just, it's so out there as an extreme.
That's a security system.
Yeah.
Of course, if you know the passcode, all you need to do is chop off someone's finger and take out their eye and you're in.
Oh, God. Dark, baby.
Looks like this system is going to take some getting used to.
Aw, Elle's Batcave comes with an Alfred.
How's this, huh? Good morning.
could have put your pants back on.
Did you get hurt?
Oh, this? I had a little fight with my wife, and it's just that my daughter's still young, and I'm hardly ever at home as it is. So.
It's probably best if you sleep at home.
The rooms in this place are amazing. If I were you, I'd just move the whole family in here.
Yeah. That's easy for
sounds like
you to
kind of
say
fun.
as a bachelor. Where are they?
Oh, they're on a date. Last we checked, all of them were up in Misa's room.
For God's sake, Matsuda, would you stop with this Misa crap?
Yeah, sure.
Man, this has got to be the lamest date I've ever been on.
No, please, just pretend I'm not even here.
It's impossible when you eat and you slurp.
I'm not gonna eat any.
Actually, I found that you don't gain any weight as long as you burn calories by using your brain.
Fine then, I'll give you the piece of cake as long as you agree to leave me and Light alone.
I'm still gonna be watching on surveillance cameras, so it wouldn't make any difference.
You pervert! Could you stop it with your creepy hobby?
You can call me whatever you like. Last chance for cake.
I'll just close the curtains and turn off the lights.
We have infrared cameras in here as well.
Thought moving here was supposed to help us catch Kira, but since we've been here, you don't seem all that motivated to me.
Not motivated. Actually, I'm depressed. Truthfully, all this time I thought that you were Kira, and my entire case hinged on that fact. I guess I just can't get past the fact that my deduction was wrong. Although having said that, I'm still suspicious of you. If I assume both you and Misa were being controlled by him.
You have some kind of connection.
If that's what you think, Misa and I were both Kira during the time that we were being controlled, right?
Yes, the two of you are Kira. When your confinement began, you were Kira. But after 2 weeks, criminals actually began dying again. Based on that evidence, I can only conclude that Kira's power passes between people.
But if it's true, it'll be nearly impossible for us to catch Kira.
That's why I'm overwhelmed.
Stay whelmed.
But at this point, we have no way of knowing if that's the case. Cheer up, would you?
A despondent L.
It's probably better if I just stop trying so hard. Yes, it's just a waste of time.
Ryuzaki.
Oh! And the cake's ruined.
Yeah, I know, that really hurt.
Just because your genius deduction was wrong and I'm not Kira?
I meant it would be pointless for us to make a move, so we shouldn't even bother.
If we don't chase Kira, he'll never be caught. Is that what you want?
You'd be trapped with him forever.
An eye for an eye, my friend.
Ha!
The fact is, I can say that Light Yagami is Kira, and Misa Amane is the second Kira, but it won't be enough to solve the case. Is that so unreasonable?
It's as if you won't be satisfied unless I am Kira.
Well, there may be some truth to that. You're right. I think I wanted you to be Kira.
You stood there, took it.
I'm a lot stronger than I look, you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes?
Ryuzaki, I've got good news. Misa is #1 in 18 Magazine's reader popularity poll.
That's not good news.
God.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
What was that?
Matsuda's acting stupid again.
Well, that is his specialty.
I can hear you, you know.
Oh, they know. And you were acting stupid.
2 months, huh?
Ryuzaki, I know you're not feeling up to it, but come over here for a second. It can't be coincidence. All of them were prominent Japanese businessmen, CEOs whose companies are leaders in their respective industries. As expected, there's been a general downturn in the market, with the exception of Yotsuba. In other words, their deaths have worked in Yotsuba's favor.
Which means...
Based on this, I can only conclude that Kira is supporting Yotsuba.
But why now?
But if what you're saying is true, we can assume that punishing criminals is not this Kira's real intent.
Punishing criminals is a diversion for him. Are you feeling a bit more motivated now?
Nice. Brother Death Note will not be followed by a God of Death. The God of Death always remains with the owner of the Death Note. Cannot trade the eyesight of the God of Death.
Interesting how I said this Kira,
Yeah.
you know?
When the owner of Death Note dies, when it is being lent, the ownership will be transferred to the person who is holding it at the time. Okay, so what's with all this like lending thing? Like when does that come into play?
Everything appears to be proceeding according to plan.
There is one thing that has me concerned. Those 3 we had killed last week. Why did all of them die of heart attacks?
If our request is physically impossible, then
Kira will kill that person using his default method, a heart attack. if you want it to look believable, request accidental death or disease, and Kira will always find the quickest way to make it happen.
Given Kira's history, the police are probably still focused on the dying criminals. Quite frankly, if someone was able to trace the deaths of these people back to us, then he'd have to be a god.
You guys think you're that fucking clever?
I mean, they're corporate CEOs. Sure they do.
I'm not even sure how he figured it out, but Light has a theory that Kira is somehow involved with the Yotsuba group.
Yotsuba?
Those bastards.
That's probably it. Good work. We just spoke with the director, and it seems Kira's offered bribes to a number of politicians.
Kira made an offer. As long as the NPA agrees not to pursue him anymore, he won't lay a hand on any politicians.
So that's that. The police caved in to him. Mogi and I have already made up our minds on this. If you wish to continue working this case, you'll have to hand in your letter of resignation to the MPA.
And work for free?
Yeah. Life Dad's awesome.
If you continue to work with Elle, you'll be fired. That's all there is to it.
So then, Chief, you're gonna...
In a few hours, I'm no longer going to be your chief. However,
I'll always be your superior.
So think it over carefully.
Especially if you've got a family to support.
Like him.
If you want my opinion, you'd be better off as police officers. I was alone when I started this case, and although I'm grateful to all of you for staying with me as long as you have,
You've been a little help.
I know that I can do this by myself.
As long as I'm alive, you won't be working alone. You have my word on that.
So I won't be alone after all. I think the rest of you should remain as police officers.
But when you first contacted us, you said that you would need the help of the police in order to solve this case.
Originally he did.
Because the police as an organization were still hoping to arrest Kira.
Well, I suppose what you're saying makes sense. If we're not police officers anymore, we won't be of much use to you. However, we're all personally involved in this. All of us have risked our lives to catch Kira. Doesn't that give us the right to decide whether we stay here or return to the police force?
I think he's just making a suggestion.
Yeah.
But Chief, wait. If you quit your job with the police force, you'll be unemployed. Even if we do catch Kira, what are you gonna do after that?
I hadn't really thought of it, but I suppose after we catch Kira, I'll have to dust off my resume.
Count me in! I'm gonna quit the police and chase Kira too, Chief. And
Oh,
I
puppy
still
dog,
have my
this
job
one.
as Misa's manager.
Misa.
Total loser.
Think before you open your mouth, Matsuda.
Yeah. He's got a family, dude.
Is there any way I could still keep my job and help you in my spare time?
There isn't.
But you know I won't leak any information.
I won't be sharing any of our information. You're free to pursue Kira on your own if you want to.
It's as Ryuzaki says. No one here is going to blame you for quitting.
Yeah,
Nope.
right.
But the Chief has a family too.
Yep, he's probably got more of a retirement savings and
I said I was prepared to die if that's what it took to catch him, and I meant it.
I don't know how his pension works, but
I became a detective so I could catch the bad guys, not run away!
Ryuzaki, early on in the investigation, you specifically told me that if a task force member were to lose their job under any circumstances, I should make preparations to ensure that their family's financial future was secure.
Huh.
No way! There you go, Aizawa! Isn't that great news?
Ryuzaki, I assume that was some kind of test to determine how committed I was to this task force.
It's not like that, Aizawa.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
He's right. It was a test.
I was testing you. I wanted to see which one you would choose.
Ryuzaki.
If I wasn't sure before, I am now. Let's face it, I wasn't able to decide right away like you guys. I was leaning towards going back to the police. Now I know this for sure. I've always hated Ryuzaki.
Yeah.
I hate him and his way of doing things.
That's too bad, because I like you, Aizawa.
Now it's even more.
I also hate the way you've always got to have the last word. You insult me, now you say something like that? That's it, I'm out of here.
Thank you for everything.
Well, that went well.
A general manager of a bank, Yotsuba's biggest competitor. On September 7th, he slipped and fell on the front steps of his house and died. Instantly.
All the deaths which are beneficial to Yotsuba are concentrated around the weekends.
Huh? On the weekends?
More recently, they all take place between Friday night and Saturday afternoon.
I'm amazed that you even noticed that.
Yeah.
I thought I told you to stop calling me Chief.
But you'll always be the Chief to me.
Chief Awesome.
Is Kira someone from Yotsuba? Or is Kira simply using Yotsuba? I haven't figured that out yet, but we'll proceed under the assumption that this is Kira's doing. We will focus on Yotsuba.
This is all of the Yotsuba Group's employees.
That's 300,000 people. How did he put this together so quickly?
He's been incredibly efficient from the start.
Ryuzaki, please tell me, is there anything I can do to help with the investigation?
So you really want to be useful? Then could you get me another cup of coffee?
Oh, damn!
And for our guests over there as well.
Harsh.
Who are they? Hold on a sec. Who let them in?
Those two are the newest members of the task force.
Okay.
My name's Iber. I'm a con man. How's it going?
I'm Weddy, and I'm a thief by trade.
A con man and a thief.
That's right. His unparalleled social skills allow him to befriend and gain the trust of any target. We'll use him for infiltration. As for Weddy, she's a thief who specializes.
What's going on? Ocean's 11.
You expect us to work with criminals?
Yes, that is correct. However, these two have never once been caught,
You're not
so
cops
it's
anymore.
unlikely they'll be killed by Kira.
To investigate Yotsuba, we're gonna need the help of people like this. Let's all do our part and make this happen, okay?
Yeah.
Yippee.
Light's all like ready to be a Boy Scout now.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, let's do it. We'll sing Kumbaya together and like all this stuff.
Daddy?
Huh?
Yumi. Eriko.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be at work right now? You need to tell me if you're planning to be home for dinner.
You can eat my dinner and I'll have dessert instead.
It was sort of a last-minute decision, but they just gave me some time off.
Yippee!
From now on, I can have a break every single week. Maybe we can go to the zoo together.
No.
What's wrong, Dad?
He just loves the amusement park that much.
Mm-hmm. Man. The fight between Elle and Light was pretty amusing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, Elle just took a punch to the face, stood his ground, and then did like a back kick.
Yeah, his martial arts skills were
Yeah.
impressive, and not something that I would necessarily have thought he'd be able to bust out, just because, like, again, like his posture is so weird, he sits so weird, like he doesn't come across as somebody who's like really taking care of their body or like exercising or doing anything physical kind of at all.
I will admit, I'm not like as like the whole Light versus Elle thing and like their gamesmanship and the chess game that they were playing. I was so excited about that. And like every episode, like it was just like, you know, it said like edge of your seat and you're like, oh my gosh, they keep like upping the stakes and how are they doing this? And like I am curious how this plays into like Light's ultimate plan. And if he was really okay with giving up ownership of the Death Note, or if he had, now Ryuzaki and Rem are under no obligation to help out Light anymore at all.
I mean Ryuk.
Sorry, Ryuk. Ryuk and Rem are under no obligation to help out Light at all. You know, so I mean, he could have asked Ryuk maybe to like bring him the Death Note at a later time, but I mean, Ryuk doesn't necessarily have to do it. I mean, maybe if it was like just for entertainment's sake, he might have done it. But yeah, like them trying to catch this Kira, so far it hasn't like hooked me in the same way that it did when it was Elle going against Light.
It is interesting to kind of watch it, and we only now get Elle's inner thoughts. We're only understanding his perspective. Like Light is now another character.
Yeah.
Versus being somebody that we get to see the inner workings of. And there was a thing that they said about the Death Note where like the God of Death doesn't leave the true Death Note owner.
Yeah.
And I do wonder if it's going to be revealed to us that Ryuk really hasn't left Light, but that we, the audience, can't see Ryuk right now because we also can't see Light's inner thoughts. Like we're essentially kind of shut out from Light's world that we used to have access to, whereas like now we're only getting Elle's world.
See, I thought it would have been something like that, like something of the whole Light lent it out, or you know, somebody's is subletting it to somebody. But he's like clearly said he was giving up ownership of it.
He did.
So that's why I'm like, and then.
Well, he said that Ryuk was to assume that was his intent, which I agree. Kind of, I heard it the same way, which is that he's giving it up. But I don't know. Light doesn't say anything by accident.
True.
So like, I wonder if there's gonna be something within that as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I missed that battle. I do. Misa, especially Misa. It's just very annoying.
She's just
a lot.
That's it. She's a lot.
Yeah.
She's just a lot. And I get it to an extent, like being the sort of like love-struck teenager. You know, we we all went through those times where like the hormones were going crazy and like the crush you had in sophomore year or whatever was like the end all be all. Like we all lived through those times, but we came out of them and we got some perspective. And she lacks all perspective right now. She's very like one note in her personality, which is just Light. Everything about Light. Light's girlfriend. I'm Light's girlfriend. That's all. That's her only offer on the table right now.
The one thing I do find interesting with the whole now Kira and the CEO world or whatever is they're all working on like some sort of like cabal, but like they don't know who Kira is. They think Kira's working with them, but one of them is Kira because we saw Rem there. We don't know over whose shoulder Rem was. And then like when they were doing the whole borrowing thing, like are they all like, I thought at one point maybe they were all just like getting like lent the Death Note at certain points, but no, like they clearly also whoever is using the Death Note isn't as well versed in it as Light or Misa were.
Yeah.
They just kind of don't really know necessarily how it works. Like, I mean, they got some of it. It's like, oh, okay. They said some of the rules. Well, since this guy was in Japan, it wasn't like physically possible for them to happen. So then like they just go to the default of the heart attack. But yeah, there's got to be like a super big reveal about who actually has the Death Note now. So I guess I like that mystery I'm looking forward to.
I'm also curious with it being like this round table of CEOs who, by the sounds of it, feel like they are working with Kira, or dare I even say kind of giving orders to Kira as to who to kill. Feels to me a bit like at some point they're going to turn on each other. Or Kira's just going to start knocking them all off to be like the one king at the top of this mega corporation. So I'll be curious to see how that all unfolds as well. And there's a part of me that's like, I kind of want to see that. Like, I don't want that notebook to pass back to Light before we can see that a little bit. Because I feel like we need a little bit of, we need some consequences for the people who wield Death Notes and who think that this is some kind of game, especially from like greedy executives who are manipulating the market so that they can profit by what I can only imagine must be millions or billions of dollars. And like with Light, we're enjoying the game with Elle. With Misa, it's whatever. She was so much cooler when she was a Kira. So like for the greedy executives, we have no skin in the game with them. Let's see some people get some consequences for doing this.
Let us know your thoughts about these episodes down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access and see our full uncut reactions, check out our Patreon. Links in the description of the video. Thanks for watching Death Note with us, but you keep in mind.
And our reaction is definitely not definitive.